Oh my god, oh my god. This is finally happening. I'm finally making my very first YouTube video. Have you ever felt awkward about, introducing yourself? Hi guys, this is Amarachi and welcome to my very first video. So I'm excited and nervous about this video, as I don't really like talking about myself like that. I don't really like talking about myself like that, but the concept of a self-introductory video, is to let the people know who you are, what you stand for, and it is very important, for personal branding and basically just like to make a great first impression. Yeah, so we definitely have to do this and just get it out of the way. But there are like people like me that don't like to be in front of the camera, which is very ironic considering that I live to be in the spotlight. So people that know me on a personal basis, they know I studied theater and media studies. So of course what I do, what I love to do is be in front of people, but I'm just really shy. But yeah, that's about it. Okay, so I have a bunch of questions. The very first one came from my dad. He's so predictable, guys. When I saw his question, I was not surprised. He's so predictable. So he said, "You cry easily. What could be the reason?" When he asked me this question, guys, I wanted to respond. I wanted to ask him. I was like, "You were there from the start when I was born. You know that this is how I have been. How am I supposed to answer?" But I said, no, he has to watch this video. There's something my mom used to say, right? She said that she used to say, okay, whenever I'm crying, as a child, whenever I'm crying, and people would be like, "Oh, tell her sorry, tell her sorry." She would say, "Oh, she cried even more when she was a child, and if she did not die, I will not die." Right? Crying does not used to kill, he said to wash my eyes. So basically, yeah, I don't know why I cried. This was the reason. I feel like it just came, follow come. So the second one, this one is from my childhood friend. She said, "Why haven't you dashed the childhood friend whom you love so much $200 billion? Vanessa, really? All right, so the third question I have here, do you have a man? Oh my god. Oh my god. So my friends are really nosy, guys. And when are you getting married? Well, last year we forgot to get married, so we'll see how this year goes. Oh my god. So another question, when are you going for service? So yeah, Youth Service NYC. And I love your voiceovers. Thank you my baby girl. So I will be going for service this year. I've just been so lazy about it. I was supposed to go since last year, but whenever I think of the whole stress that comes with registration and the entire NYC process, I just let it go because it's just a lot. But I'm finally going to get it started this year because I want to just get it over and done with. How did you know what business market you wanted to get into? Good question. So yeah, basically I did what I know I like. I did what I know. I went into business selling what I know I would love to buy. Yes, that's the perfect response to this question because I've always had a knack for selling things. I started selling things right from when I was in university, I think year 2, and the first time with perfume oils, and I've always loved to smell good, so of course it was a no-brainer. And then I sold it. I went to my dad's office and I sold everything, and then he introduced me to a friend who was going to coach me on selling with Oriflame, which I did for quite some time. But then I saw that it did not really work for me because like Oriflame like had targets, monthly targets. Not like I'm saying it's a bad thing, but it did not really work for me because I never always met those targets, because I always had like other things doing on the side. So I was like, nah. And so I just started using Oriflame just for like my personal use and not to sell. But I still use Oriflame products because they are very good, but I don't sell them anymore. But now, right now, I just sell female nightwears and female handbags. Like most girls would say, oh, they would like to sell hair. I don't really know hair like that. I could see a double drawn hair, for example, and I'll call it bone straight. So I have a friend, she sells hair, she's my plug, she's the person I buy all my wigs from. So like I need to actually consult her before I do anything regarding hair. So I just know that's out of my league. I cannot sell hair. People will come for me if I sell hair because I will make so many mistakes. So I just saw what I liked and what I know was like it was easy for me to like learn and just like go into. So another question, how is life after uni? Another good question, because I said that because life after uni, how would I put this? I would say God has been really good to me, right? I did not, you know the way people come out from the university and just like struggle looking for jobs like in the favor market and whatnot and all that. Yeah, like that was not the case. Life after uni was, I kind of eased into life after uni. I got a job before I even wrote my final exams, so I had a job waiting for me like after school. So I did not get to like play around. I just like from school to work, and I've been working since then up until this day. So yeah, that's my life after uni. The first few months after university, I had no life because I was still struggling to find a work-life balance. So I had no personal life. All I did was work. And I found myself wishing, oh, I had some time to like rest and play around like some people did. Then I remembered that, oh, some people actually looked for a job 5 years even after university, like look for like jobs. So I was like, okay, I need to be grateful, and I remember that I'm living in my prayers, right? So the next question, would you let your girl or boy child go to the kind of secondary school you went to from your experience? No. The only answer is no. I hated my school, guys. God, I cried from JS1 to when I got into SS3. You will not believe it. People get into SS3 and just kind of like, okay, I love my school now, I want to be a bully and all that. I'm enjoying now, madam. That was not the case for me. I was still crying even in SS3 because I really did not like my school. And because I just had bad experiences. I did not have it. I had, obviously I can't compare my experiences with some people. Some people were just like, some people's experiences in the boarding school was just very, very brutal and terrible and bad. God forbid. I'm happy that that was not the case for me. But maybe because I was not just used to the kind of life that we're living in. We're living like wild animals in boarding school. So I wasn't used to that kind of life. So it was just very terrible for me. I remember crying so much. And I told my dad I wanted to change my school. Guys, I told my dad I wanted to change my school. This man told me to fill my aluminium buckets with tears. Then he would now consider, not like he said if I fill it with tears, he would change my school. He said if I fill it with tears, he would consider changing. Guys, it was a lot. I was always crying for my mommy. No, I would not take my child to the kind of school I went to. It was terrible. Even as a day student, I would not take them to the kind of school I went to. The next question says, do you believe in being an ODU wife or a wife that has her own bank? Definitely a wife that has her own bank. There's something about money, right? There's this power it gives you. You don't want to take that power away from you. I'm not saying that if you see Odogu, don't marry. If I see Odogu, me, I'll marry. Even inside the marriage, I definitely want to have my own bank. Are you a makeup or a natural face girly? natural face girly, guys. I only use makeup when it's important. What are your pet peeves? I have a bunch of pet peeves, but the top on that list would be dirt. I hate seeing dirt. I remember when I was in school, secondary school, there's this friend of mine. If she's watching this video, she'll probably know she's the one I'm talking about. But we're staying in the same, we were sharing a space together, doing our extension. My principal did this thing for just 3 students and SS3 students, where they'll have extensions. When other students will go on holiday, midterm break, we will stay back in school to learn for our upcoming exams, right? So during our extension, me and this friend of mine almost fought. Why? Because she went out to fetch water, and the bucket of water she came back with had dirt under the bucket, and I just swept, and we almost actually went physical. So yeah, dirt has to be the number one pet peeve. I hate seeing dirt. I hate it so much. I hate snoring and slurping on your drink and eating too loudly. And also another pet peeve I think I have, it's on the phone, when, I don't know if you can see this, but basically when notifications come on your phone and you see so many of them, right? I hate it. So whenever I pick up my phone, the first thing I do is clear out all the notifications. Yeah, I hate that too. And I hate seeing apps minimized on my phone. What is your favorite hobby outside of content creation? It has to be reading novels. I recently enjoy, I used to dislike watching movies in the past, but recently I find that I enjoy them. So, but just don't recommend a movie to me. If you recommend a movie to me, it will take me ages to watch it. I have to stumble upon the movies to actually enjoy it, if that makes sense. That's why I haven't seen Game of Thrones up until this day. Weird but true. Yeah, so I love reading novels, watching movies. I love singing and dancing, even though I'm not so good at doing those. And playing instruments. Yeah, I play instruments, but I haven't touched an instrument in a while now. So yeah, I definitely need to do that. But yeah, and also I love surfing the internet and going through my social media. Duh. Okay guys, so the next question. What inspired you to start your YouTube channel? Very good question. I want to just give a backstory that I've procrastinated for over 5 years. Yeah, because I've been saying I wanted to start my YouTube channel since I was in secondary school. I always knew that was something I wanted to do. I always said that if I did not make it to Big Brother, if I did not become popular through Big Brother, I would love to become popular through content creation. So that was a no-brainer. Starting my YouTube was a no-brainer. But I did not get to do it because I was just thinking of the what ifs and what nots and blah blah blah. But what inspired me was my favorite YouTuber. So I've been watching her since I was in SS2, SS1-ish. I can't really remember, but I've been watching her from the very first time she started her YouTube, right? I've always wanted to be like Nick, based on the fact that I love the way she made money through YouTube. She made money from content creation, and I've always wanted to be like that, right? But I've just been procrastinating. So on the few days before the new year, she posted on her Instagram that she was going to bring out a content creation calendar for 2025 for you to eventually start that YouTube channel you've always wanted to do and you procrastinated about. I just felt like this was my sign to start. I did not get her content calendar, but I knew that was just it was definitely time for me to start. I was always making excuses oh, I did not have a camera, I did not like the background that I was using. It was always one thing. But then when these people that I watch, they'll always say things I started from my mom's house, I started from my mom's boyfriend's house, I started using my phone. So basically they had no excuse, right? And I asked myself, why do I keep creating excuses for myself? So yeah, that was what motivated me to start my YouTube channel eventually. I was going to answer this question like in my previous, question about what inspired the channel. So, but since it's here, let's just get into it. It says, what challenges do you anticipate facing and how will you overcome them? I definitely anticipate inconsistency, guys. I would not come here and lie to you that I am a very consistent person. I am not. I feel like the only thing that I'm consistently showing up at is my 9-to-5 job. Cause yeah, so I need to change that because I want to build a brand for myself, like outside my work. So I anticipate facing inconsistency, and how will I overcome them? I would just have to show up for myself every day. I would ask myself, if I was working in a company and my job was on the line, what would I do? So I want to consider YouTube as my job and just show up for myself every day. Do you believe in 50-50 relationship? Well, basically, there is no manual to this relationship thing. So I'll just say do what works for you. Some people 50-50 may work for them. Some people it may not. So just do what works for you. Are you currently doing what you love? Yeah, I'm creating content. I love content. Okay guys, your favorite TV series. I don't think I have a favorite TV series. I don't really watch TV like that. So have you ever been heartbroken before? Oh god, my dad is watching this video, guys. You guys are asking me questions that I would not want to answer when he's watching. But yeah, yeah, I have experienced heartbreak before. In case you see me looking at the side, my sister is here. And she's giving me the side eyes, guys. And the final question says, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Goals, relationship, and aspirations. So in 5 years, for my goals, I hope to be like a big time YouTuber. I hope to have amassed a very large following on my YouTube, that love to come out and watch me, and just like basically see my content. I hope to have had my business, because I have a business, guys, the Jasmine Enterprise. Check us out on Instagram at thejasmine.enterprise. It's linked in, the description below. So yeah, so I hope to have gotten a very large customer base for my business, and just basically have a large brand, maybe different branches in different areas and states in the country. And for my relationship, I hope to I must have been married. 5 years from now is 2030, and God, guys, in 2020 I'll be living my 20s. That'll be the last lap of my 20s. I should have been married by then, and probably about to pop out my third child. Do you understand? I should have gotten my master's degree eventually, and maybe running my PhD. And yeah, my aspirations, I really want to go into like the arts. I love anything arts related. I want to go back into my music full time and be like a big time instrumentalist, because my major instrument is the saxophone. So I hope to like be a big time saxophonist. And I have like other things on the side, like owning like a non-governmental organization for like helping children that don't really have help, and selling things on the road. I really want to take them off the streets. I had this goal this is like a story for another day, but like backstory, it was like when I was in secondary school, I was going home from school. I schooled in Calabar, Nigeria, and I was going back home to Port Harcourt, and it was like a sanitation. I was traveling on Saturday, and my dad had the company car take me home, the patrol van take me home that day. So because it was sanitation, cars were not supposed to move. So we were in Uyo, right? We were in Uyo, and we had to park at some point because we had to park and wait till like 10 a.m. to continue moving because police were on the road and he was not allowed to move at the time. And we saw this guy, this little boy, he was taking around to sell brooms. You know, he would come out to sell brooms. And the driver calls him and he's telling him, you're not supposed to be on the road. It's sanitation. Where are your parents? And he starts saying, oh, he has no parents. He's just living with his grandmother and he's selling brooms so he can, you know, have money to go and feed her because she's ill at the time. So it just kind of like touched me, and that was the time I knew that I wanted to do something to get children off the streets eventually. Before we go, I want to remind you, if you made it up to this point, I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video to your friends and everyone around you. And one more thing, turn on your post notification bell so that when I drop something, you'll be the first to know. And I will close this video out now. Toodles!